What is up, everybody? This is round two of recording this video. This little thing right here, it's called Xbox Game Bar. This is a fraud. Stick to OBS. It apparently only records 4 minutes, so it just kind of didn't work out. But let's get on to better news. We have some updates for Sparking Zero. We do have new characters. We already seen Broly, but this is his full power form, so a different variation. Dispo, Hit, Jason Birder, Kakunsa, Kale, Master Roshi. This does have him listed as full power, so we'll probably see just a normal old man Roshi, Nappa, Topo, and Super Trunks. Now, we'll go over the trailer, but at the beginning of it, it does show, just plain Super Saiyan Trunks in the armor and everything. He just transforms into Super Trunks. But that is everyone on the, this new showing of the roster. This image really makes me realize how big of a number this cast is. And, even though we did get handful of characters, we still got a lot of space left. Now, I do think Summer Games Fest is coming around June. I think it shows up in. I'm not too sure. But I think that's when we get a lot of characters in here. I think that's when we get the release date. Well, not just release date, but whole time frame of when it could come out. But, I'm just going to show you guys this trailer to let it run. The first, right here, that is playing Super Saiyan Trunks from the Android Saga.
You'll soon understand the difference in our power. My speed is unmatched even among prime troops. You keep up with me, kid? This is the true might of a Super Saiyan strength.
Oh, wait a second.
Super Saiyan strength.
So, something I just realized. Let me see. Oh, that's volume. But, so Trunks falls. You know how in fighting games you have, when you're falling down, you could tech on the ground. You could, go backwards, go forwards. I forget what it's called. Trunks does the same thing here. He gets knocked down, and he basically powers up and shoots back up. And you could definitely, counterattack that. Oh my god, this game looks so good. But let's go back. Sorry about that. Let's just go back. Watch it.
A mindless beast like you is nothing but prey to a warrior of love. Now, you're my prey.
How many ladies are all around me? I'm old, yes, but experienced. Founder of the Turtle School, creator of the sacred technique. Kamehameha!
Well then, let playtime begin. Whether it's this universe or another, I'm always the fastest.
Don't think I'm gonna follow your orders for the rest of my life.
Size means nothing when you're as quick as me.
Justice prevails! Evil erased! This rampaging monster must be taught a lesson!
Come on, mate, you're a Ginyu.
Get your head together. I am not going to be left in the dust. Let's do it up. Come in. My enemies die. Are you joking?
Better wrap this up quickly. Don't think you can enter my crosshairs and just walk away. You cannot win. personified monster.
Alright, that is everything. So, a big thing for this trailer is obviously, the speed and power, little dynamic that they have. I think I saw in like a 4chan leak, someone described it as like Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, which sounds silly, but if you haven't played that game, different characters are good for different events and like different mini games. So I wonder if that's, different play styles kind of interact with different characters differently. Like, is Nappa versus Dispo, just a train wreck of a matchup for Nappa, or, Power's going to be Jiren. Like, by the way, Jiren is 1,000% a Power character, but like, is Jiren's like over, insane power? Is that going to be too much for Dispo's speed? It raises an interesting question. As long as, I can, and I don't have a dreadful experience, playing Kakunsa versus, playing as like Jiren or someone. Like, I could play everyone in this massive roster and I don't like feel left out of any experience. But we are going to go into the gameplay segment. I'm going to talk a little bit over this one, but I'm going to say this looks fantastic, especially with cool little intros like this. Vegeta's is kind of normal, but Goku gets the Broly. He's warming up in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. So, kind of go over, first of all, yes, this game is fast. This game is fast as hell. The HUD is very small and minimalistic. I could understand why they did that, but I kind of like it. I think maybe the characters can look a little bit weird in here. Obviously, everything's under development. I understand that. We could be looking at like a whole year before this game releases, because it could come out, winter this year, quote unquote, even though sometimes different companies, I think Square Enix, like their winter ends in like March. But everything you see is under development. They've already shown that like they've improved stuff over time, so I'm sure it's going to look better in the end. Oh, so you start off at how quickly do you build up? Okay, so you get one here. These you'll learn are your transformation. So, oh my god, you get them. Does it start a little bit after the fight? Then you go up to 2. Okay, so I think after a little bit, you could automatically go up to Super Saiyan 1. Because you'll see, it goes up to 3, and that's like blue. My god. Like, that aura and just the way it looks is insane. Alright, I'm going to kind of stop it there a little bit. I adore how the scenery changes once a character goes into full power. like the character releases the max power and the world's kind of trembling around it. Like, I don't think, do we have that for any like anime game ever? Like, I don't think so, but I really like that addition. But this is basically the same thing as full power as in Tenkaichi 3, where I'm gonna be honest, I didn't play those games, but it is like a whole extra boost. Vegeta gets, it's kind of a time limit here. Vegeta gets his long combo, as you'll see. He gets a massive combo ender with the final flash. Now, it seems when he gets hit with an ultimate, this big cloud of smoke. Oh my god, that impact frame is having impact frames in an anime game, especially now where a lot of shows have them, is so visually sick. I can't wait to see what other characters are gonna look like, because this is awesome. But he gets hit with this, and this big cloud of smoke happens. Now, I didn't realize this at first. He loses sight of Vegeta, but Vegeta opens up with like 2 Ki Blast shots, opens up the cloud of smoke, and now Goku can see him where he locks on, essentially. And then we get the transformation, the blue, looking clean, and you see this goes away because he went up to a higher transformation. And probably a new set of moves as well. Maybe. So we do see that deflect. We've seen it in the first like actual trailer, but that does cost meter up here, and they'll describe it as well later. Oh, there it is. So that basically, if you've ever played Mortal Kombat 1, they have a combo breaker where you spend meter and it disrupts the combo. This time actually does damage, it looks like, but it's essentially the same thing. I wonder if you could kill off that. Like if Vegeta's health is so low and it just kills him. Yeah, nice little, the sequence of vanishes, what could happen. And then we get the beam struggle. So what I think it is, it's not the mashing or the stick twirling. Basically a Dragon Ball Heroes where the higher you go, the more power it is. And it's definitely like characters taking turns because this camera's flipping like crazy and it doesn't really show it like what they're doing very well. But they wanted to show like this is the case. They do it in the dimension break that Gogeta and Broly made in the movie. So that's really cool. Alright, so that is everything from there. They do mention a little things. They the movement speed, they increase the movement speed, but what they're showing is that little dash that takes away meter. That reminds me of Armored Core, where how you dodge like the big attacks that's gonna do like massive damage. You hit what is on my controller the square button at a direction and it moves you away. It basically does like a quick little dodge away. trying to think like any other like action game where they have a dodge button. It's basically that, but it costs resource.
によってより柔軟な移動や動きながらの攻撃など複雑なアクションが実現できるようになりました。ショートダッシュで相手の攻撃をかわしたり、動きつつため攻撃。
Which it also does dodging as well, even though it could be, you know, Vegeta has an opening. I just noticed Vegeta stands up in the air, but like Vegeta's left open, you could dash forward and then do normal attacks.
ドラゴンダッシュにつなげていって様々なアクションができます。また、
So yeah, here they go. They start talking about it. So it does cost this meter up here, which is called skill count. This is definitely tied to your I don't know if this is as much tied to your transformations anymore, now that I see it, but it's tied to essentially everything else. Like when Vegeta goes full power, it costs a meter. But these things are costing 2. Like this thing. It's very weird because they only show it on Ki Blast, but they do mention this maybe doing it on like full skills, like physical skills. So there is a little bit of resource management. So, trying to think. There's a lot of like action games that have a dash forward move just to get enemies up close. Devil May Cry has this move a lot where, you know, you just dash forward and attack and you're able to follow up on it. But that's the same thing here. So basically, I'm pretty sure that's everything actually. Yep, they do end up showing the trailer again, but to me everything looks really clean in this game. Once again, everything's, you know, they're still making stuff as we go. You know, this could be however old of a build. This is not what it's going to look like in the final game. But I think the only thing I think they need to like win me over would be content. But considering they're very keen on putting together just the sense of the old games, I do believe that they have that in mind. So, but another great showcase of like what's going on now that we finally have our actual footage of gameplay. I'd say it looks pretty nice. So just let me know how you think down below in the comments or anything. But thank you for your time, and I will see you again sometime soon. If I can